it as a leaf almost. We do have a pendant to go with, or like we were talking about, mixing and matching. And do you notice? Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, once again, on sale. So we're at $149 for you. The appraised value was well over $100 more, about $125 more. And that is a very important piece. Now, for reference, I'm so glad we're showing it to you live because that's a big piece. That is not teeny tiny. That is, that's a big conversation right there. You don't have to wear a lot of other necklaces when you wear this piece because it is such a focal point. 3-4 inches of all of that sterling silver and Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, which I think is so appropriate on this kind of a piece. How is this $149? This is $149? Producer Doug? Is it $149? That seems crazy good. Is that right? Somebody double check for me because I can't cut. Okay, so we're, really? That's great. Okay, so ask for the necklace. The necklace is a separate buy. The pendant, about 4 inches there, 5 months at $29.98.
I love this, the way it's made, the craftsmanship that is on there. And the artist in here is Lloyd Martinez, and his inspiration comes from the feather. There are different types of birds throughout the Southwest and all over America that are used in different types of ceremonies, and they're used for prayer, healing powers, and to make all the negative things go away in your life. And there's a story about a bird called the red-tailed flickerbird, and they say that a long time ago, all of the birds came together and to put each bird in rank. And so the eagle was putting each bird in rank, and the red-tailed flickerbird was the youngest, the smallest of the bird coming up, and he was telling the eagle, you know, what can I do for you? You know, I'm here. And so all the birds came together and told him, we want you to flap as high as you can in the sky. And so when you come down, we'll put you in a certain rank. And so he did that, and without hesitation, he flew so high that he flew close to the sun that his back tail feathers turned red. And so
that's a great story.
They thought that he vanished. They thought he was gone, and so he came down with such, with a big fury that he came down so hard into the ground, he fell through the ground, and they thought he was dead. And so when they looked into the ground, they thought he was gone. He was behind them and said, I'm here. What else can I do for you? And he was alive, and his back red tail feathers were still hot from the sun. So the eagle looked at him and told him, you're going to be the protector of the Navajo people. They're going to be the one who's going to be giving them blessings. And so they used the tail feathers and different blessings to bless homes and families and people who are sick. And so there's a little story about the feather that we have there. And so there's different types of stories about the eagle feather, the thunderbird, and the feathers that they use in different types of ceremonies.
That is a great one. Tell me the name of that bird again.
The northern red-tailed flickerbird.
The northern red-tailed flickerbird. So if you'd like to find out more, I know you could have the blast Googling that one, but this is why we love having Jennifer here, and why we know you love the line, is because that story, because the feather, because sterling silver, because it's Sleeping Beauty, because it's HSN being able to give you quality assurance, being able to bring you quality control, 30-day, I mean, really, I could go on, 30-day satisfaction guarantee, the flex payment. I wouldn't buy jewelry anywhere else because of all of the things that I just said to you, and to be able to bring you this size of a piece of jewelry. Would this be great if it was this big? Yep, it really would be. That would be a great pendant. But with this grande effect, with this incredible, almost oversized effect. But if you think about a feather, this is basically life size.
This, when you look at this, for me, it's a unisex piece. Men and women can wear.
Agreed, right.
I've seen it on cowboy hats. I've seen it on purses, scarves.
That'd be great.
So, especially wearing with beads, and so it just has a lot of different uses to it. And so when you look at this, and it's not only just for women, it's for men too as well.
On a cowboy hat, they just pin it on?
Yes.
I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I know you do too. That's why we have so few now available. Would you say, Doug, that Doug's my producer, not my imaginary friend? Would you say about 75 are left? Okay, that's why I always say producer Doug, so people don't think I'm talking to my invisible friend. That's Harold. Okay, so just to be clear. Anyway, for $149, you've got the symbolism. I think of I know it's not a southwestern bird necessarily, but I think of the phoenix rising.
Yes.
I think about transmuting everything you were just talking about, going down and rising up from the ashes. It's a universal story, cross cultures. So this symbol of the feather, of rising above, is so powerful and so inspirational. And also the fact that it works almost like an evil eye, right, or an angel eye, warding off negativity. There's a lot of symbolism packed into this piece. And for $149.90, I was being extremely sincere when I was like, I don't know how this is $149, because to me, even at our HSN price, I would be thinking, you know, because sometimes we play little games with as hosts, like, hey, how much do you think this is, Siobhan? And like, we have fun guessing. I'm a nerd. But that would normally be like a $274 appraised value. That to me is more like what an HSN price would be. That's great.
It's a steal, especially for the amount that it is.
Made in the USA.